Hey friends, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the messy desk. um, this video is going up later than I'd hoped it would, but it's going up, so that's a win. I'm hoping like this year, if I don't go off like grid, like I did last year, that I would like my goal is like at the end of every month, or at the beginning of like each month, is to really review like how my system of like planning and journaling is working for me, and talk about like what's working and what's not working, and like what am I going to do hopefully to course correct what's not working, or like am I going to implement any changes, or is stuff just going to like stay as is basically. So just to kind of see, like, do I stay consistent, or, am I planner hopping? Like, what's going on? I'm not really much of a planner hopper, but just to kind of see what's going on. Yeah. So I'm going to move my journals off to the side for a moment, and just kind of talk about my planners. Now, I'm going to start off by saying that I'm only technically using 2 planners this year. I do have a work planner. It's just like a monthly, like weekly, hourly planner. I got it off of Amazon. I think it was less than $20. It's like an academic planner. I work in schools. I provide like therapeutic services to students. And so I don't share that planner online, obviously, for confidentiality reasons. But it is a very helpful tool for me at work. I also use like the Outlook calendar to keep track of like my appointments and things of that nature. So I do like have a planner for work. I don't share it. So when I'm talking about like planning, I'm typically talking about planning in my personal life. The only like work planning that typically occurs like in my personal planners is if like I have like conferences or like meetings that aren't like typical, that disrupt my like typical work schedule, I guess is the best way to describe it. So like at the beginning of the year, I basically said that like my personal rings is serving as like my catch-all, and it's and it's always pretty much served that purpose. I did move into a new cover for February. I feel like I needed to give my Gilio a break. I've been in it for a long time. So I moved into my VDS Parm. It's a beautiful cover, and it's like very like heavily coated and treated, so it's durable and it can withstand like being thrown around in my purse. And it's pink, so win-win. I did use my Gilio flyleaf in here though. I think the pink and black look good together. So it does house like a lot of like home reference information, like health information about my family, random notes and lists and things of that nature. It also does reference like on the go, like planning, real-time planning, I guess, like as it comes up, it just goes in here. It's not really like a setup type situation, if that makes sense. Whereas my Hobonichi weeks, like I set it up like weekly, like week to week. So it's a little bit neater. So immediately as things come up, it goes in here. And it's the same. So I have like monthlies in here and I have weeklies in here. So that's how it's going good. I'm keeping up to date. I'm doing a pretty good job keeping up to date, like on, tracking like health notes. A lot of my health notes are going in here as well. And, like my kids stuff it's going in here, and things of that nature. And then my weeks, like I'm doing a good job. I'm staying consistent in my tracking, which I'm happy about. I think the adjustments that I've made to like how I'm tracking things, what I'm tracking, that type of thing is helping. I'm pretty inconsistent with putting things on monthlies. And so I was saying that in my plan with me, which is why I like sitting down on Sunday to set up like my weekly spread, is like sometimes things end up in my weeklies, sometimes they end up in my monthlies, but eventually it all ends up here. And like when that week comes, like the week that we're in, the 12th through the 18th of February, it's all here. But before then, it's somewhere. It's somewhere. And so I have to reference multiple places. I know it's crazy, but it's the way my brain works. And so it works for me. So I'll say these two working like in tandem with each other, I would say it's working quite well, and I haven't missed anything, which is great, because in the past I have missed stuff. And I will also say that my family and I have started using the free version of the Cozy app, because I was also getting a little bit, I don't want to say overwhelmed, because I don't think that's the word. I was just like kind of tired of like being the brain and the planner and all that stuff. So like we have the Cozy app, because it's just, everybody has so many activities and so many things like we're trying to keep track of. And so the Cozy app has been a great like hub of information. So everyone in the family has access to it. We are able to like put in our like grocery lists, our like if there are like to-do lists, like if I need to do something for my kids, like they can put it in there and I can see it. So that's been helpful too. So there's been an aspect of digital planning that we implemented a couple weeks ago. So as long as they like remember to do it, it's helpful. So I would say like the one thing that I am struggling with getting my footing about is daily planning. I don't need to daily plan every day because I pretty much have the same schedule, or I guess like if I have time specific events like you see on my weekly here, it's in my weekly. So I don't need like a weekly schedule, but there are some days where it's like I just have a lot of like menial tasks that I need to really like get done, that if I don't write them down, I forget, that I'm struggling to find a placeholder for them, like a place to put them. And I think that's where I'm not really sure where I'm wanting to put them. So like yesterday was Sunday, and I put them in these like notes pages in my weeks, and that was fine because I was at home. But some days I put them, like this says week of January 22nd, but I've been like going through and adding stuff to these little to-do lists. I made these in Canva. So I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how I want to implement like daily planning. I know like in my flip that I did in January, I said that I was going to put my daily to-do list in front of like the week that we're currently in. That's not working. So I just moved my today page marker to here, and then I have like a daily to-do list. But I don't know. That's been a struggle for me, is where is my daily to-do list gonna go? So I'm still figuring that out. And again, I don't need a daily to-do list like every day. So I don't know. Now some days I can just put the to-do list either on my task list in my weekly, or like on this, here on my weekly spread in my Hobonichi weeks. But there are some days that like, I need to like, I need like something that says like take out, defrost the hamburger meat, like, because marinate the chicken. Like yesterday, I needed like prep the strawberries, prep the salad. Like because I kept forgetting to do stuff. So like I needed to break stuff down like that. Ooh, there's some lightning. So anyway, there are some days I need to break things down like that because I'm so off task, but there are some days like I'm on it. So yeah, it just, I know that's different, but sometimes, some days I need that and some days I don't. So I'm not really sure. I don't know if even just having like a daily task, like notebook would be helpful, but then I'm like, I don't want to add something else to the mix. So to be continued, I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure that one out. So yeah. So anyway, that's the planner situation. And it's going fine. It's great having the two planners. And like I said, like it's great having like the place I can just messily scribble stuff, like appointments and things, having a place where I can like neatly organize everything, because when I'm in that actual week, I need it to be organized. Okay. But like when it's coming up, I just need a placeholder for it. And that's where the personal rings. But I also need like other sections to actually serve as my brain, because if not, I'll forget like when that occurred. Like I'll forget, like yesterday I gave Sophie a haircut. So like if I don't write it down, like I'll forget like, hey, when did I cut her hair? Or I'll forget like health notes and things like that. So that's where the personal rings is handy dandy tool. Okay. So then, like, as far as like journaling goes, I have been like really, really enjoying my journaling. So, without like just going too much into it, all of these journals are phenomenal. I have been using my Stalogy quite a bit. I use my Stalogy a lot. Like, I use it for like commonplacing. I use it for journaling, like dear diary, like my feelings. If I've had a rough day, whatever, this is where it goes, and I'm filling it up pretty quickly. So I ended up buying a B6 like common planner notebook too from Sterling Ink. So once this is filled up, I have like a backup to write in, because I do like to journal in my fountain pen inks, but this thing is almost complete. So it'll probably be complete within the next month or two. And I don't want to be in a situation where I don't have like something else to journal in. I also started, excuse me, I also started like tabbing off things that I might want to re-reference. There's like some mental health notes like I took in here that I just thought was like good, like information for anybody to have, like as far as like regulating emotions, like being self-aware, that type of thing, that I just wrote notes on. So this has been like a hub of information as far as notes, and then just thoughts, feelings, anything. So enjoying journaling in my Stalogy. I did a flip of my January pages in my cousin. I'll try to link it up there if you're interested, but this is like my memory keeper creative journal, all of that good stuff. I'm still going strong in this. I really enjoy, like, it has become a part of my nighttime routine to really just sit down and just have fun in this journal. I use the weekly spreads to like memory keep. And it's just so enjoyable to sit down and just write about my day and all of that good stuff. So I'm going strong on this. There's not a lot of pressure to utilize this, but I do enjoy using it. I use my washi, my stickers. There's no rhyme or reason for how I use it, and I just kind of use it however I want to. But if there is like a quote that like I want to put in here, then I put it in here. If there's pictures, ephemera, whatever, then it can go in here. So the cousin has been just a wonderful creative outlet. And then the last thing, I added this kind of like mid-January. This is like an art journal. This is what they call, I think it's like an MD cotton. I bought it off of Amazon. I'm not going to share the contents of it, but this is just another like creative hub for me. And it's not pretty, it's messy, and I do a lot of like art journaling in here as a way to, sometimes, I don't know if any of you guys experience this, like sometimes like we feel emotions and it's hard to find the words, but I can like find like, I can find like other ways to like get those emotions out in other ways. But I'll also put like in, like I find like really cool quotes I'll put in here. I play with my fountain pens. Like I'll use like brushes and like make strokes. I'll show like one page. Like I was playing with some stuff. So like I said, it's not really pretty, but it's just like freeing. It's a freeing experience and I really enjoy it. This is not something I touch every day, but it's really just, it's fun and it's enjoyable. I really just wanted to test out this paper, and it gets really crinkly, and it actually does fairly well with watercolor paper or watercolor. So I've really been enjoying it. So, those are the active journals that I have going on right now. Now, like I do have like notebooks that I have like kind of thrown in my bag, and things like that. But usually like I'll go through them if it's stuff that I need to keep or migrate, then it usually goes into my personal rings. And then, my budget planner. I don't know if that counts as like my planner system, but it's still going strong, guys. I'm using the Budget Moms Budget by Paycheck workbook, the spiral bound planner. So yeah. Anyway, that is like a super quick recap of how things are going in January. I guess if I could just figure out like how the hell I'm gonna daily plan to where I'm not like daily planning in here and here and, you know, on sticky notes, like, you know, where I just, yeah, I can actually like not forget stuff. That's one thing that I have been struggling with is like is remembering to do tasks. Because I'm not writing them down in the appropriate place. So if I can figure that out, then I'm golden. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'll gladly take them and see if it'll work. But that's the only thing I'm really struggling with. But I'm enjoying planning in general in these two books. Yep. Okay. So anyway, that is my January 2024 planner and journal review. Thank you guys so much for watching and giving me like the space to be able to verbally process through these thoughts that are sloshing around in this head of mine. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment those down below. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Okay, sorry. I always have to do something nerdy. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye, friends.